Hello everyone, this is just an ad. Today I'm going to do a comparison between the Keurig K Slim on the left and the Keurig K Mini on the right. So both of these coffee makers will do any standard Keurig K-Cup. So let's take a look and see how they're different. So on the K Mini, it's got a single needle on the top and a single needle on the bottom. The K Slim, it's got 5 needles on top for multi-brew technology and the same single needle on the bottom. But they both operate the same. You're going to put the K-Cup in, close the handle, it's going to pierce the K-Cup. Up at the top, the controls are a little different. Now the K Mini, you're going to put the water in this little water reservoir each time you want to brew a cup of coffee. Over here, the K Slim, it's got a built-in water reservoir that you fill up. And then you're going to select what size you want to brew and then hit the K button for the brew. On the K Mini, you've got a control. You can put anywhere from 6 to 12 ounces of water in here. And when you press this big K button for the brew, it sucks down that amount of water, heats it up, then brews your coffee. So you're in control each time how much you want to brew. The K Slim, it's a little bit longer, but you do have this nice water reservoir in the back that you can take off and it has a nice handle. Now the K Mini does have cord storage. You can put this cord all the way in there, put the cord in there, and this makes it really nice. You can travel with this one. Up at the top, they both have a power button and they both automatically shut down. If you haven't used it for 5 minutes, they power themselves down. Okay, so let's brew a cup of coffee with each one. Now on the K Mini, we got to do a little bit of work. We got to put the water in each time. I like to brew mine on 8 ounces. Okay, so I've got the water in. We're going to lift it up. You're going to put the K-Cup in, close the lid. Very easy to close. Over here on the multi-brew K Slim, again, put it in. The 5 needles are going to puncture the top, and you're going to close it. Here on the K Slim, I just press 8 and the K, and here I just press the big K button. So I press this. Again, it's going to suck down that water that's in here. It has to heat it up first. Once it heats it up, then it shoots it through the K-Cup. Over here, as soon as I press the 8 and then this big K button, it will start the brew. So I'm going to let this one catch up a little bit and then I'll press this big K button. So this one's very quiet while it's heating the water. Okay, so you can sort of hear the K Slim heating the water. I'm going to go ahead and press the K button on the K Slim. And we'll do temperature checks. Okay, so the K Mini, about 166, 178, it's ramping up really quick. Same with the K Slim, starts out about the same. So right here on the K Mini, we're at about 190, 192. Over here on the K Slim, we're at 190, 192. So they both top out around 192. Now the K Slim is a very quick coffee maker. As soon as it's done brewing this one, I can put another K-Cup in there and brew another cup right away. With the K Mini, you do have to kind of put the water in, let it heat up again, and then it'll brew another coffee. So on the K Mini, we end up with a 167 cup of coffee. On the K Slim, about the same, 167, 168. So here's what the coffee tastes like and looks like. So I've tasted it out of both of these. I do find that the multi-brew does give it a little bit of an edge. I do think it brews just a little bit smoother coffee. The K Mini is great for travel. You can just see how much smaller it is and more compact. So let's open them up, see how they did. There's the K-Cup, poked one hole in the top, and one hole in the bottom. Let's take a look over here at the multi-brew. Okay, we've got 5 holes in the top, 1 hole in the bottom. And again, here's what they look like. Now I have found with the multi-brew technology, you do have to do fresh water rinses once in a while. Kind of cleans out the top needles and the bottom needle about once a week. I'll just leave no K-Cup in here, do a brew, and it kind of cleans the needles out. And you can do that on this one too, the K Mini, but it really helps with that 5 needles up at the top. So again, it's going to come down to controls. This just has one single brew button. The K Slim, you've got 8, 10, or 12. You do have a descale light that lets you know when it's time to descale the coffee maker, and you have an add water light. So when that water reservoir gets low, it'll prevent you from doing a brew and running the coffee maker dry. Okay, so let's see how big a coffee. So about 6 inches there with the drip tray, about 6 inches. Let's take the drip trays out. We can put a travel mug in, right around 7 inches, about the same, maybe a little bit more, 7 inches and about 7 1/8 on the K-Slim. So height-wise, they're both at 17 inches. They both have the same width, right about 4 1/4. No, the K-Slim is 4 5/8. The K-Mini is 4 1/4, so it is a little bit narrower. So the K-Slim front to back is about 14 1/4. And the K-Mini is right at 10. So this is where they're really different. You can see quite a bit of difference. So both these coffee makers make a great cup of coffee. Comes down to functionality. If you like a few more functions, the K-Slim. If you like something kind of small, compact, and maybe possibly travel with, the K-Mini. So I hope this video helps. Thanks everybody for watching.